what does a victory like this mean to your team, especially coming off the last game the way you played? St. Louis beat a ranked team, now you turn around and beat a ranked team. What does this do for your team?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good win. Yeah, I mean, you saw what they did to Indiana last week. St. Louis has a way of playing. They have a clear identity about what they want to do and how they want to play forward quickly and turn you around and fight for second balls and kind of overwhelm you with all that. And I thought, yeah, we challenged the team this week after a game against Oral Roberts where we were second best in most duels to fight and fight together. And yeah, I thought we started the game showing, you know, the commitment to battle. I guess that's coach speak, but yeah, the guys fought and they're really competitive. And then, like, yeah, you got to earn the right to play, and you earn the right to play by, you know, fighting and battling and recovering the ball. And then we played some really good soccer as well in the first half. So yeah, very, very pleased for the boys.
Up 11-1 in shots at halftime. What did you talk to your team about it in the locker room?
No, there was nothing tactical after the first half. We had it right. Yeah, it was, I mean, yeah, continue to recover second balls. Like, yeah, there wasn't a whole lot at halftime. We were a little sloppy on a few, like, details about how we want to play. And then, you know, we talked about continuing to pour numbers into the box and try to create chances. And, you know, I think we scored 3 minutes or so into the second half. And, you know, the game kind of changed at that moment. But, yeah, at halftime was just about recovering and giving them the confidence and belief to keep doing what they did for the first 45.
You got Kieran Pino back today. He set up Jaylinn's goal. But overall, what did Kieran add getting him back in the lineup for you?
Yeah, I mean, Kieran's an outstanding talent. I mean, I would argue with anybody that he's one of the best left backs in college soccer or left wing backs in college soccer. Like, he can do some really special things with the ball, and he has this, like, you know, attitude and mentality just to take players on and doesn't really give a crap what else happens. And, you know, he's that confidence and swagger that he plays with can be, you know, really threatening to an opponent. So when he is running 1v1, like, yeah, you better run your butt in the box because he's gonna deliver a good service.
What did you see on that play? The goal, the willingness for him to, you know, cross a guy up and then cross him again to get down.
Yeah, I mean that's him. When he's running 1v1, like, he can make some guys look silly, and he did that to to their player. So I mean, he chopped him once, and then he cut back to his left and served a good ball, and Bailey, you know, another ball that's blocked. It seems that's been the way. It was the way in the first half, and it was the way previous games. But then, you know, Jaylinn's in a good spot and smashes it home. So yeah, I mean, Kieran creates it. Yeah, Bailey and Jaylinn are in good spots to score. So yeah, happy for that.
How do you keep up the intensity, the sense of urgency for this team? Every team's different, right, and how they respond to coaching and stuff. Sure. Obviously, they responded really well here. How do you keep that up again against another quality opponent on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, Sunday will be a tough game for sure. No, if you can't get up to play, I don't know what Denver's ranked, but, like, I know it's week 2, but yeah, you play, I think they're both ranked in the top 10 after the first week. So if you can't get excited for that, like, I don't know what we're doing here. So, yeah, I mean, though, it's just about, I mean, it's only a 3-day turnaround, so it's just about recovery, getting the details right about how we want to play, and then a little bit of preparation and study of the opponent. But yeah, I think we need that level of intensity and grit to be, like, it needs to be part of our DNA, not something we turn on when it's a tough opponent. You know, like, that level of intensity and, like, overwhelming an opponent with our running and recovery of the ball and then the speed of play, like, that just needs to be ingrained in everything we do. Not, play top 10 teams. So.
After dominating the stat sheet in the first half, felt like the field leveled out a little more in the second half.
Yeah.
The shots were even. St. Louis had 6 corners in the second half. And I'm curious about your thoughts just about the way your team killed off the win. Jaylinn scored, like you said, 3 minutes into the second half. And then especially in the final minutes, you didn't have Kieran, you didn't have Bailey, and you had guys like Enzo and Garcia coming in off the bench and helping to finish that off.
Yeah. I talked to one of the captains at the end. Like, it tends to be this, I don't know, this trend, or this how college soccer works, is that when a team is up, like, most teams do not see out games by just passing a team to death because of pressure, because of, I don't know, environments and anxiety or whatever it is. Most teams get defensive when they're seeing a game out. So we need to do better to keep the ball and go to their half and try to play. But yeah, it definitely tilted when we scored, and then we didn't play as much or try to play through them. We became a little more conservative in how we built and pushed numbers forward. But yeah, it's been hot. It's a draining game. There's new substitution rules. So Kieran comes off in like the 55th or 60th or something like that, and Lamar comes in and does an admirable job at right, on the right for us. Bailey goes down with a cramp with about 10 left, and Richie was already on when we tried to get more numbers in the midfield and be more compact and more, just have an extra layer of combativeness in there. So, and then like Enzo's, and the guy's a winner. So, when you need a game to be killed, like, he'll do anything to win. So he'll cover the ground, and he gave his first ball away, but then he had like 5 different defensive actions in a row where he sprints to one guy and sprints to the next and closes people down, and that's the energy it takes in order to kill a game.
You give up 3 shots the whole game, obviously got the shutout, and Caesar was very quick to say it's a collective, it's not just the back line that defends.
Right.
But a few games in, you've got Caesar who's new, Brock who's new, playing with Owen for the first time, playing in front of a goalie who played almost not at all before this year.
Right.
What have you thought about the way that group on the back end has come together in the early going?
Yeah, I like that group. I like that, and we have other guys who can step in there too and play and help us. Like that collective mentality of shutting a team out. Like, we changed a bit tonight, tactically, and how we defended, which was absolutely right. It was assistant coach who does scouting reports, Jaime, came to me yesterday or 2 days ago and said, like, hey, I think this is better in how we want to defend because St. Louis does this. And I was like, yeah, you're absolutely right. The small tactical change about how we defended deeper, really helped. And Caesar's been immense. He's got all the intangibles. A friend of mine coached him at Division II for 4 years and called me and said he's going in the portal. Like, are you interested? And I said, tell me about him. He said, the kid is just a winner. Like, he always gets everything out of it. Like, you are crazy if you don't recruit him. And I trust him, so I said, okay. I was actually getting ready to get on a flight to Europe. It was late here. I remember the exact call. So yeah, we called him straight away, and like, he's been a wonderful addition. Not only because he's a great player, but he's an awesome young man, and he's a great leader too. So it's been nice to see him step up into that role. And Brock's been really good. Owen's been really good. Chance has dealt with the things he's had to deal with. We haven't given up too many chances. So, but he collected a couple crosses and some balls in the box tonight, which were good. And the wingbacks have been good too. So, and Salvo's in front of him with Bailey. So I can't say enough. There's my whole lineup. So, they've been very good. So, one step, 3 games in.
You have 3 days to get ready for Denver. You ended their season last year. Other than getting your guys off their feet, what can you do to prepare, and what do you have to do to match what presumably the intensity that Denver's gonna bring.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest challenge at this moment is like getting our team, you know, motivated enough to compete the way they did tonight. I don't know what Denver did. I don't think they won or lost or what they did. They're at Washington tonight, so they have a long travel. I don't know much about them yet. I know similar team to last year, plus a couple of their guys who were injured last year who were key players are back. No, Denver plays really good soccer. They're really well coached. It'll be a big challenge for us, but yeah, you ended their year in a crazy game where balls are hitting off the post with little bit of time left. Like, super emotional way to go out. So if we expect them not to have a lot of juice, we're crazy.